Back to battle. What are we doing? Processing. Back to processing. Beautiful times. I'm gonna switch to shorts just to change it up, since there's not a whole pile of us. I usually stick to longs when there's like a lot of us because it adds up pretty fast. Yeah, that too. But since there's not a whole pile of us, we'll just have some fun with some piles here. Yeah, for how many people are in the logging crew, it's funny how hard it is to find times to get everybody together.
Yeah, I was expecting a bigger turnout today.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, because I was like, oh, well, it's during the day, but apparently not. That's all right, though. Can't say we didn't try.
Uncle Terry and Vernon, I thought they'd have been here today.
Yeah. No go, hey?
No, Terry, he's Australian too, isn't he the one?
I think so, yeah.
Like straight. But I think he's Australian too, so, but he said it's, what, 3 in the morning there?
Yeah, so that would make sense, yeah. Tom's the only crazy one who's willing to play that game. Good man.
To be fair, you're actually the reason why I bought this game.
Hell yeah. FDR mods bring out the best in everyone. That's what I hear. But hey, man, it's good. I've definitely converted a lot of people to play this game. That's why we try to keep it as close as we can to the best way. But like I said, there's guys that have legit never run equipment in their lives, well, including myself when I first started, and played this game and then went out in the bush and started working, and it was like night and day, man. No, you know, they knew what they were doing. It's pretty wild. I mean, not to say this game is far from perfect to reality, but running this processor and the loader, it's the closest you're going to get to reality in a simulation, in my opinion, because I've actually done both in real life, and it's pretty dang close. Pretty close.
Oh yeah, I've been bugging my son to start playing the game with a dangle head processor.
Yeah, practice.
A couple months on the game, I could take him out in the bush with me and get on that processor and show them what you can do.
I'd say 90% of it's muscle memory, right?
The button.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, the buttons might, like, that's the only thing I've found on machines that kind of differ is button placement. Like, some machines are different. Yeah. Same with the processor and stuff. Is when I went and ran the real one, I was really confused. Like, the stick movement was the same for, like, you know, cat controls, but the way the head rotated and stuff was very different than the way I have it set up in the game.
Well, yeah, most those are operator adjustments. Some operators just won't change their way. Like, I know a few guys that won't run John Deere or cat controls.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
They want, like, the new machines that can be operator programmed.
Yeah, you can set it to whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah, you put in your number and bang, now the controls are backwards for the other guy, but perfect.
So
button
crazy.
Configuration, all that stuff is an operator preference.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you get some machines that have been totally configured to one operator.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like years ago, our loaderman for LaRue Logging, get this one, he ran his loader, so we're running John Deere controls back then, so your boom's on your left, sticks on your right. His stick, when you pulled this handle towards you, the stick went away. Or the head went away from you.
I don't like that.
It was set up like that green Tonka toy.
Weird.
You know what I mean? In other words, you're running the boom from the top of the boom.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. I wouldn't like.
I climbed on that thing one night in the 40 below weather to start it, and do the cycling.
Yeah, do your warm up. Yeah.
Picked up the head, picked up the grapple, and went to shoot it out, and it come just shooting in toward the cab, and just jumped over the seat.
You're like, that's not supposed to do that.
No, wiggle it around a little bit real slow. Holy shit, the boom goes out when you pull it in, or stick goes out when you pull it in.
Yeah, you think there's something wrong with it or something. You're like, this machine is broken. This does not work. That's funny as hell.
I swear to God, Fid learned how to run the machines like that, so nobody would run his machine. That's what I believe.
I could actually see that. There's some weird particular stuff like that I've seen from different shows. I know the mill. The mill here used to actually purposely set the controls backwards at the mill. Back in like the early 80s, 90s, because the guys would come to the mill, learn how to run the equipment, and then bugger off to the bush. So they'd purposely set everything up ass backwards so that you couldn't learn there and then bugger off. I heard that from a foreman, and I was like, that's kind of dumb. But
well, it's a good way to keep an operator, though.
Yeah. Because the guys in the bush would only take guys with experience back then, right? Or guys who had experience, because those machines were worth so much money and nobody had money to play with. So then when they'd go learn at the mill, they'd be like, oh, now I'm going to go out in the bush and make, crap ton more money than working at the shitty mill. So it was pretty funny. But hey, whatever works, I guess.
Yeah, well, years ago, my brother-in-law was a automotive tire changer and getting his mechanics certification and all that. And he didn't like it. He actually said, I wish I could learn how to run a machine. I said, well, start driving out to the bush at night, and we'll let you ride behind the seat in the buncher, and I'll let you cut some trees every night.
Yeah.
You can go over and ride with Lyle in the stroker and learn how to run the stroker. And he finally come out and put in about 3 nights doing that. So all my buddies, one let him run the skidder, one let him run the stroker, I let him run the buncher. And then my buddy on the stroker quit.
Oh, okay.
So I phoned Steve. I said, you got to come out here tonight, man. Come out here. Just come out here. I guarantee you drive 2.5 hours out to the bush.
Yeah.
I know David will give you a chance.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I'm like, just tell him you ran an excavator.
Yeah.
Because he was already running the stroker and the buncher pretty decently.
Yeah.
The buncher was a little different, but he was running the stroker really good. So he showed up 2 nights later, finally, and the guy says, well, what can you run? Steve says, well, I've ran a excavator. Or a hoe.
Yeah.
Something like that. And they, okay, well, go give it a try. So Steve played it up real good. He climbed on the stroker and he looked at Dave and says, well, what does all this stuff do?
Yeah.
David goes, oh my God, you mean you don't, no clue?
Yeah.
No clue, he says. So David had his day shift guy go over and show Steve what everything did. Meanwhile, Steve knew, obviously.
Yeah.
And so the guy got off the machine. Steve closed the door, started stroking trees just like you would never
having that experience.
David looked at him and said, you run that thing for 4 hours tonight, and then you come back out tomorrow night. I've looked at your wood.
Yeah.
And we'll decide what happens tomorrow night. He became one of LaRue's best limbermen.
That's so crazy, hey?
And then about 10 years later, I was loading, and I heard this voice on the radio, and I'm going, God, that sounds like David's dad.
Yeah.
Well, it turned out it was David, the big boss from the LaRue Logging.
Oh, crazy.
He had sold out. He was down to one solo logging truck.
Yeah.
So he gets under the loader, and I come down, and I said, you remember me, don't you, Dave? Oh, hey, how's it going? Da-da-da. Man, that brother-in-law of yours was one of my best strokermen. Can you believe he come all the way out and got that job, no experience, showed up with his lunchbox, worked boots.
Yeah, and you're like, yeah,
I actually... The guy would have drove out that far, and I says, David...
Sorry, one sec, my battery died in my headphone. One sec here. You guys will be able to hear me, but I can't hear you. One sec here. There we go. Oh, testing. There we go. Now I can hear you. What the hell?
Yeah, so he says he
That's
turned
so
out
funny.
to be one of the best strokermen I've ever had. And tells me about how Steve showed up with his lunchbox and boots ready to go to work.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, well, I'm sorry, David, but, I set you up. He goes, what do you mean? I said, well, that was my buddy at the time. And he'd been coming out for a couple nights.
And
had learned how to run the buncher and the stroker and the skidder. And he says, fucking guys, never any dull moments with you two.
That's so funny, eh? It's like, hey, it's a good way to practice, eh? Right?
Well, I got him a job.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
But he didn't like the bush thing. That's my brother-in-law that works at the sawmills.
Yeah. It's a different life. Well, and that's it. Like, I didn't mind it when I was single. Like when I wasn't married, I loved working out in the bush because I wasn't really big on being in town all the time. But then once I got married, I was like, yeah, I prefer not to share a wall tent with 4 other dudes. I like to go home to my wife.
That was Steve. He's a very social person. He's one of those guys that can't be by himself.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Even though the women he finds, like my sister, he does all the work.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys. So yeah, the bush just didn't work for him on that.
No,
level.
That's fair enough. And like I said, I've met lots of guys that are good at the job, but just don't want to be out there, and that's fair. Like I said, I worked in mining, I worked in logging, I worked all over the place for different stuff, and yeah, it's not for everybody working out there. Especially young guys, like younger kids and stuff. A lot of them don't want to be out there. There's a lot of guys that were younger than me, and they were just like, they're like, well, how do we connect to the internet? And it's like, we don't have internet. Well, that was back then. We didn't have internet out there. I was like, we don't have any of that. What do you mean? They were gone in the chopper the next 2 days. Like, bye. Couldn't handle it. Have to get my Facebook. If I don't get my Facebook, then I can't do my job. It's like, you're here to work, man. It's just like, you don't have time for that crap. Exactly. Or you shouldn't have time for that crap.
No.
Unless you're doing something real wrong. But yeah. Oh well, the times we had. But yeah, it was alright. Like, I just liked how quiet and pretty it was out there. That's what I missed the most. Like, it was just so... Yeah, it was just so, like, nice. Like, you know, there was no people. There was no civilization. There was no, like, you know... It was just beautiful mornings and nights and, you know, just absolute gorgeous landscapes. We worked in some pretty amazing spots. Oh, yeah, literally. It was always like before you ran equipment and stuff, you'd wake up in the morning and the sun coming up. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Mountains.
So pretty. And then we got into some spots where complete holes where you don't see anything for like months, but we had a few spots where it was like you had a view of like this entire mountain range and glaciers, and it was like, oh my god, this is like where a millionaire would build a house because of how good of a view it is. And then the next month you'd go up and you're like down in this gully where it just looks like a swamp and you can't see anything but tree line for 1,000 miles in every direction. You're like, oh, all right. So that's pretty funny. Lots of different.
I tell you, you sure get some nice views of the Rockies on this side of the mountains.
Oh, I can imagine over there. Hey. Yeah, you guys are probably right up in the good spots.
Yeah, I'm where we were just a couple weeks ago. Is between line up Hinton and Nordig.
Okay, yeah,
and
yeah.
We're right in the middle, right up against the Rockies there.
And you're in a good spot with a good view, obviously, yeah.
Oh, it was beautiful there.
Huh.
I filled my camera up a couple times with pictures.
Oh yeah, easy to do there.
I need my 35mm camera. It's in storage in BC.
Oh yeah.
Because some of the colors, my phone it takes nice pictures, but it just doesn't capture the colors the way they are.
Yeah.
Not like
yeah, I've been looking at buying another camera. I had so like I started an actual photography business back in when was it, like 2015, I think it was. And I went and bought, like, I went all out. I bought like freaking $8,000 worth of camera equipment, new camera, new lenses, everything, because I wanted to do wedding photos and stuff like that. And I paid it all back. Like, I did a lot of weddings. I did like 40 weddings or something by the time I retired from that, because I just started getting sick of doing it. So the problem is I turned the hobby into a job, right? And that was the problem. So then I started kind of just like not wanting to do it anymore. But now now that I've had time away from it, I'm like, man, I kind of want to buy another really nice camera. But this time, like, just actually have fun with it. Now that I'm actually making good money and I'm not going to be desperate to have to turn into a business, I can be like, man, go take pictures and have fun. Because I used to do wildlife photography, and that was like my favorite thing to do. Just do macro shots of bugs and get deer, and I got some bear pictures and all kinds of cool stuff. And I'm like, man, I just miss that. But we'll see. Get back into that again. But we'll see. We gotta pay off all our debts first. But we should be clear by December. I think everything will be done, as long as everything goes to plan, which it seems to be going in that direction now. Good old financial fun.
So does your wife work?
Oh yeah. She's actually she's a piece scaler at the mill.
Oh, yeah.
So she does all the grading and scaling of the wood that comes in. She's got a pretty lucrative position there, so.
She understands your life then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's, we're very much a forestry-related family in the community, for sure. My parents were both pretty heavy into that stuff, too. Looks like your puppy found a bear in the backyard or something there.
Oh, every noise.
Is that your dog or your daughter's?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's my dog.
Is that a rides around in the cab with you dog?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She loves the loader.
That's awesome.
She does not like it when I bring the grapple up close to the window and snap the jaws at her. Oh, she gets mad.
Gets a little excited, eh? Yeah.
I think she thinks it's a big mouth coming to get us.
Oh, probably.
She gets up on the window and
that's hilarious.
Gets close to the window, she'll jump and go hide behind the seat and then come back out just like she's gonna kill it.
I see lots of operators get their dogs in their cabs. Had a lot of guys that did that, but you gotta have a pretty chill dog for that. Some of them get a little feisty.
I thought a blue heeler wouldn't be comfortable because they're so active, but
yeah.
No, she sits there and watches the trucks and then watches the guys walk around. And
oh yeah.
Up to get their ticket at the window, she's right there at the little window barking and growling. Get away, too close. Back up.
I don't think I'd stick a husky in there, but
Years ago I had a little shepherd.
Oh yeah.
And man, that dog, he would come to work with me in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
30 below, didn't matter. He was there every day.
Oh yeah. And yeah, they're good dogs.
He would wander the bush. Like my brother-in-law would call me from 3 miles away on the stroker.
Yeah.
Hey man, your dog just showed up for lunch. Oh, okay, cool.
That's funny. Yeah, there was a trucker that used to bring his dog with him all the time, and he'd just it would run around the log yard while he was like getting unloaded and stuff, and he'd bring it out to the bush and it'd run around and chase around all the skidders and stuff. Smart dog though, like nobody ever had a concern of it ever getting hurt because it was so smart. Like it knew exactly where to stand and where to be. It's amazing how intelligent they get around. They're smarter around equipment than most people are, which is the best.
Yeah.
That's what I always hate at working at like jobs where you're with the public. What was that, sorry?
Do we have a fuel trailer here, or?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Do we have one? I don't know. I might have to buy one.
Hey, that's a good thought. My buncher's almost out of fuel.
Yeah, good call. Do we have one? I don't think so. I'm gonna buy one.
Really?
We usually do the truck, I guess.
Bailey, come on. You're too loud.
Happy dog.
Oh, she hears the chihuahuas upstairs. That's what she's barking at.
Oh.
She's got to go upstairs and check on everything now.
Let's buy this terrible vehicle. Okay, let's go. Trailers, miscellaneous. Let's get this one. Main color. Fuel. Perfect. Alright. I will go. Oh, you're already on it. Good man. Right on. Right on. Okay, well, in that case, I'm just going to keep processing. My processor still got lots of fuel because this thing doesn't move, so it's good. Do they lose fuel, these machines in game, just by being on, like idling? Or is it only when you're moving? Because remember in 19, it was only when you moved.
I think so, because I left the buncher running the other day while I was running around building roads and stuff, and I come back and it was empty.
Oh, okay.
And I wasn't running no more.
Huh. It must then. Here,
yeah, it was probably a couple hours where I was busy doing something else and just happened to go back to the buncher tabbing and hey.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Fuel machine? What the hell?
It's like, we don't do that.
Where am I here? Here's the road. I guess back where the skiers are. I'll walk out there because I'm going to need fuel real quick. I'm in the orange.
I'm just painting a road here for us. That's why I missed that Dirty Tire Tracks mod. I always liked that one from 19. Because you can see all the tracks it leaves behind. I love that.
Don't need to make roads. Just drive there twice.
Yeah, totally. What's that 909 doing? Oh, it's that's the dangler out there. Hey, we were using for doing piling and such. Man, he took out a pretty big chunk of ground over there. Hey. Right on. All right. Sorry, we only got about 10 more minutes, and then I gotta go pick up a bunch of stuff. Run around town, just what I love to do on my days off. Just love that. opportunity. Should probably load some of this actually. And then the question is, do I put I'll put the longs on top. Shorts on top of the longs doesn't sound very smart. Do you guys ever do those kind of weird loads where you do kind of a crisscross load of like longs and shorts?
Yep.
Yeah. Some places allow it and then other places don't like it so much. Depends on the mill, I guess. I know our mill.
Yeah, no, if it's going to the same mill, yeah, they will let you mix like 18s. Well, the one mill I work for, they haul a lot of 9s. So
Oh, okay.
you can put 2 half bunks of 9s and then drop the 18s on top of those
I
two
see.
bunks.
Yeah.
I've done that before. But I get in trouble a lot because I hate fucking leaving wood behind. So,
Well, that's it, yeah.
you know, if I make a scabby looking load, then that's what it is. Take it. I'll take the shit. I don't care.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I live by my golden rule, man. If I'm not happy, I'm looking for another job.
Yeah.
And I was looking for a job when I found this one.
Yeah.
So I work happy, I work hard. If
Yeah.
I'm not happy, I don't work for you. It's just that way.
That's a good life policy though for any job, I think.
Well, 35 years in the bush, so I can pretty much call my tune.
Yeah, and you know what you
I
like
don't
and
have a
don't
problem
like.
getting a job.
Yeah. And like I said, you know what you like and don't like by now for sure.
Hey, I forgot all about that. How's the grinder work pretty good on the machine?
Oh yeah. This one's got a bit of a glitch. The updated version that's coming out next will fix that, but the tilt of your right stick actually lowers the bucket and kind of screws it up while you're operating, but it grinds like a son of a gun, that thing.
Yeah, can you get a mode to stop tearing up the ground though?
Yeah. If you hold
okay.
it high enough too, it doesn't even touch the ground. You're usually pretty safe.
Oh, okay.
Just depends what you do with it.
All right, here we go. Fueling up. I'll grease later.
Yeah, fair enough. I wish you could grease them. That'd be kind of cool. All the different like fine greasing contact points and stuff. That'd be kind of neat.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Almost ran it. Yeah, I'm good.
Just trying to wreck your stuff, bro. It's good.
So have you found out that you can't drive these machines in the water?
You shouldn't be able to, I don't think.
No, you can't.
Yeah, no,
they die.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to, yeah. Depends
like
how...
at 19, you can drive the skidder down into the ocean and skid all the trees that you threw in there.
On this map, I don't know if you can or not. I can't remember if I left the water...
Can't.
Oh, you can't? No, okay, good.
No.
So I couldn't remember if I left the water thing open or not.
I found out myself, and then a buddy was playing yesterday, and I couldn't figure out why he wasn't talking no more, and he did the slip out of the game silently.
Oh yeah.
Left himself in my stroker.
Yeah.
So when I went to reset the game, before I reset the game, I looked over and there was a processor climbing out of the water on the other side of the river. So of course I went over there and couldn't get in it.
So when do you have to reset it, or if you upright it, it's good?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to reset it.
No, you have to reset it. You can drag it out of the water, but you can't get in it. You can't run it. It says reset or... Yeah, so it says something, so you end up just having to sell it.
Yeah.
Buy a new one.
Go figure.
Someone was saying try that power tools and you can fix it. I didn't have the tools yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the autopilot thing won't cross that bridge beside us.
No, I know. It never goes across the bridge. I usually do it, and then I drive it across, and then turn the autopilot back on again. They're too scared.
But it will follow, like I've used your grinder for making roads in my map, in my Excel point. It will follow a cultivated road.
Oh, okay.
Or if you build a gravel road, it'll follow a gravel road.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I was experimenting with it the other day. And
it must be this how they do ground tracking or something. I don't know how that works.
But yeah, nothing will cross the creek or the bridge. At least that wooden one, anyway.
Yeah. Oh, sweet.
I know I got a log bridge in my game, and it won't go over that either.
Full. Here, I'll get in the other one there. This grinder one might need her here. Actually, it looks pretty full. Back it up there, Tom. I should be able to get her. If you can squeeze between the tracks there. Nice. And good. Thank you. Just gonna top up this trailer here for a mixed bag of goodness. Bunch of crap all together. All right.
Actually, I don't think we're very far from that.
What's that?
Oh, I was trying to figure out where we were. Oh no, we're quite a ways from that. Oh, that little dry patch of just dead trees.
Oh. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of my crappy load here. I definitely could have put a lot more shorts on there, but good enough. Get rid of it, help the lag. Also, the new truck with the new weights that's coming, it doesn't roll as easy. It's a lot harder to roll the new truck. I have a lot of email complaints from people about how easy it is to roll this truck while they're driving it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't had a problem with your equipment.
Yeah,
your truck.
I mean, I agree. I've always come whipping in, and you make more than like a 5-degree turn. Sometimes she just goes whoop.
Oh.
All depends how sharp you turn it, I guess, but the way I drive, yeah, probably.
Since 19, I use cruise control when I'm driving something.
Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, that'll probably make it a lot smoother.
I know any out-of-game stuff is really easy to roll. In 19.
Yeah.
That Jeep and Pole and Super Train that I've got in 19. Holy, you look at them wrong, they're all over.
Yeah. 100%. Sell some of that. Oh, gotta get that last bunk. Yeah, and the next map, I might make it so you can drive through to sell a little bit easier. I'm not sure where the end is. If you get close enough, I think alongside it'll sell it too.
If you snug up real tight alongside it,
yeah,
you can sell it. Or if you just drive straight through it.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, just parking in the middle. Oh, there you go, I got her. Well, I got most of it anyway. Oops.
That's the worst thing about the sawmill is you don't get paid for the lumber, the logs.
Oh, yeah.
I imagine if you let the mill sell the lumber, I imagine you get paid that way, I guess.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, it's like the raw material you don't get anything for or something, and then the other stuff you will.
Yeah. But the timbers, you get a sling of timbers out of it. Like I said, they started at $6,000 the other day, and then yesterday when I took a couple loads in, they were down to $5,100 a sling. But I was taking in 10 slings, so still $50,000.
Yeah, I haven't played at all with the sawmill stuff. Well, before it was patched, it was really glitchy, I guess. That's what some of the other guys I was playing with were talking about. It's like they were trying to sell lifts, and then the wood would disappear or something, but apparently it's fixed now. I just haven't gotten around to trying it.
No, I've had no problem. I had about 12 slings piled upside the mill yesterday when I left the game, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's probably working good now then. And then what, you
Yeah,
just load that onto trucks or something and then flatbed it out or something?
Yeah, I was gonna use your trailer, but it only has one set of locking straps. So
yeah, right.
Chance, so
yeah, you need to use the in-game stuff.
Got an in-game curtain side trailer.
Okay.
That takes, well, you can get 4, 8, 16. You can get 16 slings in it, but the last couple you got to put in by cheating.
Oh, okay.
Or you got to put them in and then slide them back and then put the middle ones in last.
Oh, I see.